Speaking of championships, BYU will host the 2009 NCAA Men's Volleyball Championship at the Smith Fieldhouse. Robbie Bolo gives us more.
The George Albert Smith Fieldhouse on the campus of Brigham Young University is the site for the 2009 NCAA Men's Volleyball National Championships. BYU has never hosted the Men's Volleyball Final Four, and this marks the first time BYU has hosted an NCAA championship of any kind in 20 years. The championships will take place the second weekend in May, with the semifinals on May 7th and the championship match on May 9th. Because women's conference normally falls on the same weekend as the volleyball championships, BYU has not been able to bid to host it. But this year was different.
Just an anomaly in the schedule this year pushed women's conference the week before the championship, and so we aggressively bid for the championship, knowing this is one of the only times in the next few years that we're going to be able to actually bid for it.
BYU announced last fall that the Smith Fieldhouse would host the championships. Tournament director Matt Nick says it will bring huge exposure to the university.
And we've hosted several regional championships, preliminary round championships of the NCAA. We've done that for most of our sports over the last 10 years, but never a national championship. It's a great opportunity to show off our facilities, show off our campus, show off our ability to run a great event.
The Smith Fieldhouse, with an official capacity of 5,000, will accommodate less people than the 22,700-seat Marriott Center could. But an increased capacity couldn't make up for a diminished atmosphere.
We felt that we would rather have 5,000 people packed into the Smith Fieldhouse, and the great environment for volleyball that creates, how close the fans are to the court, how loud it gets in here in the Smith Fieldhouse, was a better environment than, say, 10,000 people in the Marriott Center where it's half empty. The fans are further away from the court. It's not as volleyball friendly of an atmosphere.
In the end, it is the Smith Fieldhouse, not the Marriott Center, that coaches and players have learned to associate with BYU volleyball.
And it's a respected venue across the country. I mean, volleyball players, volleyball coaches know about the Smith Fieldhouse, and they know what a great environment it is to play here, and how exciting and how electric the atmosphere can be when the stands are full and people are cheering for great volleyball.
It's loud. We can pack it, and we've been in here where the fire marshal gets a little nervous just because there's so many people.
BYU has won the NCAA Men's Volleyball National Championship 3 times in the last decade, and BYU head coach Sean Patchell knows there is no better place to win number 4.
We've won more in odd years, and it's an odd year. There's a reason for that. It's our schedule is such that we play some tough teams at home, and that goes back to our advantage playing at the Smith Fieldhouse. It's a long shot, but these guys are very capable of special things. They've proven that, and we're getting better.
Whether BYU makes the tournament or not, it will be a volleyball-centered weekend in Provo. Robbie Bolo, BYU Sports Network.